A strange sighting is baffling Hill Country Village residents tonight. This creature was caught on camera.
It's a demonic creature. It's not human.
You don't really see any clothing. It seems to be like an all gray figure.
It could actually be some kind of cryptid coming out of the foliage toward the car.
Something that definitely does not look normal.
There is a lot that comes out with the darkness of the night that you won't believe or understand until it's too late. Shoot! Take a look at some of the most spooky and downright terrifying encounters ever to be caught on camera in the woods. Even for aliens, these beings look weird. A small group of skimpy-looking aliens were caught on a trail camera as they were passing through, with one of them holding a juvenile almost as if it were a small family. Both looked as if they were emaciated, to the extent that they were as skinny as a dried twig as they passed by while looking in the direction of the camera. With all those UFO sights that we see all the time, it seems like one of them actually may have landed. We got to see its inhabitants. Woken up skinwalker.
What the hell? What the hell?
If a mere presence wasn't enough to trigger the skinwalker, these guys decided to go above and beyond with insanity. After having some leftover fireworks from Christmas, two friends ventured into the forest for a beer and lit up the fireworks when suddenly a mysterious figure emerged, startling them. Driven by curiosity, they approached, armed with firecrackers meant for later. The spooky entity had long, flexible arms, moving deliberately until it halted with a piercing, guttural cry. They dropped a firecracker in its direction before running away.
We get the hell out of here.
Skinwalker or not, certainly no one would appreciate being woken up or just disturbed like this. Lawn mongrel.
Yeah, it's a demonic creature. It's not human.
The fact that it's not screaming and appeared on its own, maybe it was starving and looking for leftovers. A homeowner in Ohio's residential area shared this clip of a sighting of an inhuman being that appeared in his backyard.
Oh my God, there it is, Mike. It came back. Oh my God.
After triggering several security silent alarms, it stood only a couple meters away from the back door of the house for a couple of minutes before it turned around and disappeared.
Oh my God.
While most of the viewers are calling it a skinwalker or rake, the recorder, however, termed it a mongrel. Rake. This trail camera captures something far more sinister than what the owner could ever expect. Footage from a trail camera dating back to January 2011 shows a huge animal or beast passing by a stream. The creature that was later called to be Rake appears passing through by crawling while carrying something in its mouth which could either be its young or prey. While it was too far away to be properly looked at, it certainly looked to be hairless and quite tall at the same time. Minutes later, the entity disappeared without even leaving a single footprint behind. Bizarre humanoid. While these may look very well like a human physically behaving more like giant frogs, another trail camera caught the sighting of a bizarre type of humanoid that may seem to be actual humans until they all jump and move away in a formation quite similar to that of frogs in the pond. They jumped from the wall into a pool of shallow water and disappeared in the darkness of the night. Wendigo on trail. Wendigos might be believed to be part of folklore until incidents such as these occur. On April 23, 2014, a group of wildlife explorers in Alberta forest sought animals but stumbled upon more than anticipated. Amidst the darkness, their flashlights exposed an unusual creature in the background. Unaware initially, they pursued the creature upon hearing it, but it swiftly eluded them. Fortunately, their cameras had already documented the encounter with this aged-looking entity, prompting questions about its existence and nature. The unexpected discovery left everyone pondering the mysteries hidden within the forest. Sewer tramp spirit.
Go now!
One way or the other, entering a sewer is a bad idea from the get-go. A group of high schoolers in Utah were hanging out on the streets until they decided to check out an old sewer way that theoretically connected to an ancient cave, only to discover it had an inhabitant within. The spooky appearance and reaction of the spirit immediately sent them all running.
Go now!
By nature, location, and monster-like growling, what's clear about this entity is that it's the spirit of a tramp that used to live in the sewer and is now haunted by it. Ancient warrior ghost. In 2021, an Arabic YouTuber and companions undertook an exploration of a deserted locale in northeastern Saudi Arabia, unearthing a profound piece of history. After hours of investigation, their attention was captivated by a ghostly figure that transcended conventional descriptions. This spectral entity, resembling an ancient warrior, adorned in battle attire and wielding a warhammer, stood silent and impervious. Despite attempts at engagement through light signals and verbal communication, the apparition remained indifferent. The intrepid YouTubers postulated that this otherworldly presence may have emanated from a nearby ancient cemetery, underscoring the enduring strength of a long-lost warrior's spirit. Rise of Horned Beast. Recorded in April 2021 on Acapulco's outskirts, footage captured a humanoid figure with a goat head alongside an unconscious man. Days later, an unidentified Spanish-speaking individual uploaded another video revealing a colossal horned beast near the original location. The creature, hidden mostly in the dark, stared at the men from a rocky hill. Glowing eyes and massive white horns were visible, raising questions about its identity. After a brief observation, it vanished, leaving the observers pondering whether it was the devil or a mysterious beast. Despite ongoing speculation, no additional footage or sightings have emerged, leaving the identity of this horned demon unanswered. Forest zombie.
Shoot!
For most that disbelieve the possible existence of zombies, this case is otherwise a good example. Two young paranormal investigators, after hearing several rumors of ghostly sounds coming from a cabin in the middle of a forest, decided it would be a good idea to check it out.
You can hear it.
It wasn't until they entered the cabin and were in an exposed basement that they started hearing screeching sounds. As the sound of the anomaly got closer and louder, until it eventually saw the investigators screeching even louder as they fled the area.
Shoot!
Judging from the look of it, this indeed looks like a zombie, very similar to the ones in Will Smith's I Am Legend. Hairy beast jumps.
Going back to the camp!
While encountering mysterious beasts is intriguing, there's always a risk of a terrifying outcome. Hunters shared a chilling video of their pursuit of a massive creature in the dark, only to be suddenly ambushed. The creature vanished, reappearing to leap at the recording hunter.
Going back to the camp.
Miraculously, all hunters survived the intense encounter. Viewers, initially perplexed, noticed the creature's terrifying attributes and humanoid gait. This led to speculation that the shaggy creature, likely mythical, was deeply agitated by the unwelcome intrusion. The incident serves as a stark reminder of the peril inherent in seeking out encounters with spooky and potentially aggressively lethal beings. Tunnel Walker. Either this walker is susceptible to daylight or just that it is too shy to confront the world. A teenager was skateboarding his way around until he found a tunnel and thought of checking it out as to where it leads. After getting nearly far enough into the darkness of the tunnel, he was confronted and stopped by a bizarre being that came at it while screeching, immediately making him turn around and run back towards the entrance. Interestingly, only followed until it was only an arm's length away from the light. Wolfman.
What is that?
The distinction between a werewolf and a wolfman lies in the degree of berserk transformation, with the latter being only halfway immersed in the process. In a small South African town, a wildlife photographer captured footage of what he identified as a wolfman. Describing the scene, the recorder noted the creature engaged in a frenzied transformation, swiftly navigating through the process. In less than a minute, the wolfman vanished into the darkness. Sensing potential danger, the wildlife photographer opted to stay indoors. Whether it be a werewolf or wolfman, confronting either entity would undoubtedly be ill-advised, highlighting the perilous nature of such supernatural encounters. Glowing red-eye creature.
Oh my goodness.
Are you serious?
Oh my gosh!
The idea of enjoying camping out with friends and/or family might sound like a great idea to relax, until something practically soulless appears and changes everything. A group of students and friends were out camping during a college vacation until a weird set of glowing red eyes suddenly appeared in the not too far off distance that soon after came charging towards them. To escape, the group jumped down the hilly terrain into a pool of water, one after the other, until the soulless entity appeared.
Get in, guys. Get in.
It appeared to have a human-like nature, with glowing eyes just like the campers. It too jumped into the water, sending them all running. Tunnel Dweller provoked. Going down the rabbit hole might be a thing of many curious explorers, or at times some of them turn out to be off limits. This was no different. A group of young adults in Spain, after finding an abandoned tunnel close to the outskirts of the city, decided to explore after hearing rumors of it being haunted. The ground was equipped with a few flashlights and a GoPro camera entered the premises, looking around, until something much smaller yet quite intimidating appeared. The sudden appearance of the unknown dweller caught them all by surprise as they panicked and quickly made their way out of the tunnel. Unfortunately, no one saw or captured it clearly on camera. Spying skeleton. This spying skeleton may have scored 10 by 10 on the spooky part, but was agitated enough to get too close to its person of interest. This very unusual encounter was recorded on the outskirts of Montana, showing a walking skeleton-like figure with glowing eyes that seemed to be relentlessly surveilling them. Initially, he heard sounds of crunchy leaves being walked on and noticed its presence. Being terrified, the source decided to take refuge in his basement, where a spying skeleton appeared looking through the broken hatchway doors. However, the mysterious figure didn't make any contact and disappeared by dawn. Real-life Jeepers Creepers. A real-life Jeepers Creepers scenario unfolded in an English public park captured on camera as a mysterious being displayed a distinct physical form. Filmed during a test of infrared capabilities, the footage revealed a creature with a tail, elongated bony limbs, and glowing eyes, reminiscent of the fictional character. Perched on a slide in a playground, the mysterious being suddenly leaped into the night, disappearing. The creature's ability to appear and disappear by flying added to its mystique. Despite the compelling video, the true identity of this cryptic being remains an unsolved puzzle, leaving observers perplexed. Stalking Sasquatch. After all these years of curiosity about Sasquatch, it turns out that they might as well be curious about humans. Wildlife watchers were trailing through the wilderness to monitor bear activity until they noticed a Sasquatch that was not only following them, but also trying to understand them in some way. It was seen standing in between the tree line to blend in, while at the same time having a good look at them. To avoid any trouble, the watchers let it slip past, but were thrilled about this one of a very rare kind of close encounter with a Sasquatch. Wall climbing witch. The fact that climbing a way up a slippery pillar takes effort, this is quite impressive, especially for a witch. In an April 2018 video, an unidentified recorder captured a witch in white effortlessly climbing a pillar to the first floor. The witch displayed remarkable balance, using a complex technique and flexing without making any noise. The figure has a strong resemblance to Marilyn Ng, the girl from The Well, possibly engaging with another victim who saw the infamous tape. Troubled figure. During a camping trip to Tongass National Forest in Alaska, a group of high schoolers faced a mysterious encounter. While exploring on foot for a water source, one of them spotted a figure at a distance. When the light was directed towards it, the figure, resembling a skinny, almost skeletal being, looked back with glowing eyes. The realization that human eyes don't emit a glow or reflect light dismissed the possibility of it being human. This encounter left the high schoolers questioning whether they had stumbled upon an escaped convict or a supernatural entity, adding an element of uncertainty and fear to their camping expedition. Headless cryptid. CCTV footage captured two dogs barking at an unknown presence among the trees, leaving observers puzzled about the cause of their unrest. Eventually, a headless cryptid emerged, running eerily through the streets. The dogs continued to pursue the strange creature until it disappeared from view. The bizarre incident unfolding in the night left onlookers bewildered, unable to comprehend the nature of the mysterious entity that had prompted the dogs' reaction and the unsettling spectacle in the quiet streets. Shiny eye skeleton. Usually you might get the impression to maintain distance, if not just run away, after seeing a shady beast in the dark like this one. However, practice a different approach. A forest passerby, after hearing a very distinctive loud cry, decided to step in and help what he thought to be a person in distress, not realizing that he was in for a surprise. It wasn't until the moment when the shiny eyes of this skeletal being appeared that the recorder realized the nature of it at a point when it started pursuing him and was barely able to live to tell the tale. I don't want to hurt you. Pigsy Beast.
I don't know, maybe. What was that? Huh? What was that?
You know what's scarier than a sudden near encounter with a wild carnivore animal in the wild? It's having to be one that you can't even identify. A group of firewood gatherers were assisting Boy Scouts until they felt like a wild animal was stalking them from a close distance. In doing so, they drew out their flashlights and started looking around until this appeared. It was described to have an appearance similar to that of a huge pig with a canine-like body, while at the same time also seemed like a humanoid of sorts. Many would find the idea of running into a real-life werewolf to be scary, but a pig-like beast equivalent would sound much scarier. Attic figure. If there is anything worse than a grown-up kid sitting in the basement and gaming all day long, it's having to discover a figure in the attic. A young married couple, after hearing a series of noises from their attic, decided to investigate. Initially, while making a physical glance, they didn't notice or spot anything out of the ordinary until reviewing the recording later. What the camera caught seemed to look like a possessed alien figure that took tenancy in the attic without the consent or knowledge of its rightful owners. Seeing how it was keeping to itself without causing much or any trouble, they decided not to bother it in fear of the unknown. Bigfoot sighting.
Give me the camera.
Of all that can be hunted, the undisputed potential of a Bigfoot makes it an exception. 2 hunters were looking for a prize in the remote Idaho wilderness until their paths intersected with something that could only be described as a Bigfoot. The size and furry nature left them under the impression that it was a bear. The clip, dated October 2013, shows the hunters attempting to get a closer and clearer look at the majestic being without being compromised and risking their safety.
What was that? I told you that wasn't a freaking bear. What was that?
They had face-to-face eye contact before the giant of the legends turned around and walked away. Pointing Dundee. While labeled a monkey or a lost emaciated individual seeking help, identifying its true nature proves challenging. While driving through a dense forest at night, the encounter with this mysterious being, possibly a dune, unfolded. Blocking the road, it gestured for the driver to go off-road. Initially resembling a skinny person, the driver soon realized it bore no human likeness. The creature's use of sign language and a body structure akin to a human left the driver both confused and terrified. This unsettling encounter in the dark forest defied easy categorization, adding an element of mystery and fear to the eerie appearance. Mountaintop witchery. The body language and the mere rags that this entity is wearing are enough to give the verdict that this is indeed a witch. A hiker was passing through a hilly forest in South Dakota when he found this tall, dark figure on top of a hill, amid presumably witchcrafting. According to the hiker, it seemed very odd for something like this to happen on top of a higher ground and in broad daylight, citing that this very well could be a bait or a trap. Tell us what you think about this in the comments. Playground Pombero. Instances such as these highlight that they are entities far scarier than the kidnappers that you have to protect the little ones from. Children playing in the backyard with their teenage babysitter encountered an unexpected terror. On a seemingly normal day, the babysitter recorded the joyful activities until she noticed a pale and unearthly being stalking the kids from the bushes. As the creature attempted to close in, the children, alerted by someone approaching, spotted the frightening entity and fled in terror. Whether a prank or not, the experience was horrifying enough to terrify even the bravest. Hidden by the streets. In April 2016, a man driving through a jungle after work, seeking a scenic route, had a harrowing encounter with a perplexing creature. This being, ruling out possibilities of a black bear or werewolf due to its looks and intelligence, emerged suddenly from the roadside bushes, instilling fear in the man and his friends. Its imposing size intensified the terror, rendering them unable to react. Although the video abruptly ended, the creature was glimpsed standing on 2 legs, prompting the friends to assert they had encountered a werewolf. The unsettling incident challenged their perception, leaving an indelible mark on their memories of that fateful night. Landed alien. Understanding just from body language goes a long way, even when it comes to the aliens. During a night of camping in the Brazilian woods, one camper's experience turned eerie as he noticed movement in dense bushes. Concerned for the safety of his comrades, curiosity led him to investigate. Initially expecting a wild animal, he was startled to discover an alien figure moving through the woods. The creature seemed intentionally visible, creating a sense that it aimed to lure him into a potential trap. Prioritizing the safety of himself and fellow campers, the recorder resisted the temptation, choosing caution over potential danger in the face of the mysterious and otherworldly encounter in the depths of the Brazilian wilderness. Crawler in backyard. Peering out his kitchen window, a homeowner spotted an unsettling, hairless crawler fixated on him. Its indistinct features obscured a clear view. Curious, the man knocked on the window. Prompting the creature to realize it had been noticed. Swiftly, it vanished into the forest, its natural habitat. The homeowner left shivering in fear, contemplating the unknown entities that might lurk in the dark depths beyond. The mysterious encounter emphasized the eerie and unexplained aspects of the creature's presence, leaving the homeowner with a lingering sense of unease about what else could be concealed in the shadows. Unbothered alien. Despite aliens' known penchant for hiding, this one in Peru seemed unconcerned. Encountered by an explorer in a forest, the tall, thin, and pale being perfectly matched the textbook definition of an alien. Displaying neither fear nor confusion, it confidently faced the camera before casually walking away. Strangely, it returned, raising questions about its purpose. Perhaps it was analyzing the trail camera. This unambiguous animal sighting has left many inquiries unanswered, challenging preconceived notions about extraterrestrial encounters and prompting curiosity about the motives behind this unusual interaction in the Peruvian wilderness. Walking shadow. Although this may seem to be another furry version of a humanoid, when it is more of a shadow instead. Archaeologists were looking around at what was believed to be a possible ancient discovery site when one of their recording cameras picked up a human-like dark shadow that was walking past just a couple of meters away from them. It showed little to no reaction or intent of any behavior until it casually disappeared just as it appeared. Since it was only seen on the camera during the daylight, it is safe to assume that it was more of a spirit than a physical being. Jungle crawler. Encountering this unsettling jungle road crawler epitomized the terrifying sensation of traveling through a forest. While navigating a dense Chilean forest, a man came across this troubled-looking crawler blocking his path. Described as a skinny figure resembling a moving skeleton with hair and a somber face, the driver, gripped by fear of the unknown, kept a cautious distance. The crawler's attempts to approach prompted the driver to turn around and seek an alternate route. The eerie encounter on the forest road left a lingering sense of unease that shows turning around to be a much safer bet than confrontation. Road paranormal activity.
What the hell's going on out here?
Dude, let's go back up to the... Dude, oh my God. Whoa, whoa.
Zoom in on that.
What could be scarier? Running into some thugs in the dead of the night? Or a sudden paranormal activity that you could never have seen coming? Two late-nighters were casually strolling through the residential block until their trip was cut short by the sudden appearance of a ghost or a spirit. The paranormal figure was a family that was rumored to have passed away on the street as a result of a terrible incident. Initially, the young men thought that they were seeing things until the footage from the camera proved them right.
Go back up to the... Dude, oh my God. Whoa, whoa.
Zoom in on that.
Werewolf. Strolling through fields during the day and delving into midnight woods, a mysterious dark figure sparked intrigue online. In both videos, its face remained hidden. Days later, another recording surfaced, revealing a shadowy entity resembling the initial figure, now with eerie features visible in a backyard. Speculation arose that these beings were the same, yet their true identity remains unclear. The mystery lingers, prompting the online community for insights or information on this peculiar phenomenon. The unsettling figure's dual appearances, shrouded in obscurity and then partially revealed, add to the ongoing curiosity surrounding these perplexing occurrences. Ape hand grabs trail cam. The extraordinary features of a creature caught on a trail camera in a Canadian forest in November 2020 defy explanation. The footage reveals a massive hand emerging from behind the camera, attempting to grab something. With large fingers and hairy arms, the creature raises speculation, ranging from a curious Sasquatch to a stealthy werewolf. Its intelligent approach from behind adds a chilling dimension, suggesting a high level of cunning combined with immense size. The puzzling encounter leaves observers grappling with the possibility of encountering an unknown and formidable entity in the depths of the Canadian wilderness. Open discussion. This picture and video were captured on the 24th of May 2018 by a hiker that vanished soon after in the dense subalpine forest. The disturbing clip shows a glimpse of something that jumped on him in pitch darkness. The camera was later found by a group of seasoned hunters after days of searching and sharing this footage on the internet. As per the hunters, the perpetrators stalked and took the hiker out, but nothing is known for sure, as the video was corrupted and garbled. We leave this one for you to investigate as to what this may have been or what happened here. Thank you very much for watching the video. Share in the comments and do like the video and share it with your friends. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to not miss any of the upcoming amazing videos. Thank you once again.